And a quick word about disappointment and sadness. Yes, we all value happiness, but being sad and being disappointed at times, it's not a bad thing. Feeling sad, gloomy, despondent, even bored for a while actually gives us time to think. It provides a space to regret things that we might have done. It helps us to resolve to be better people. How many times have you been forced into an apology as a child? You didn't have a resolve to be a better person after that. Some of us just felt angry about it. Feelings of sadness, disappointment, and failure, they're just a part of living. And without them, we actually can't live whole lives. Help your children to understand that they won't be happy all the time. So prepare them for being sad or disappointed sometimes. It's okay. Teach them that there's a place for sadness in their life and that sad feelings pass. That's a very important thing to teach. And try to make sense of sad feelings and share them with those you love and trust. That's a big thing to educate our kids to do. Isn't this the essence of building realistic and resilient kids? Oh, and what about worry? Just like sadness, almost everyone experiences worry. And we actually need to experience it. Allow your kids to worry sometimes. Teach them that worrying has a purpose. A little anxiety, a little worry, it's a useful means to plan. It actually got me to bring this presentation together. To prioritise, to cope with life's new experiences. And always put worry into context by freely using its name. You look worried. I can tell you feel worried. Use the name. And when you see your child worrying, constantly call it worry. Or I've got some parents I work with that call it the worry bugs. Normalise the feeling and explain the history and the purpose of worrying. You see, once upon a time, a long, long time ago, our ancestors lived in dangerous times and in dangerous places. They had to go out into the wilderness to hunt and gather food. And they knew it was dangerous to be away from the safety of their camp or their cave. And being worried helped them to be hyper alert, hyper fast, hyper clever to avoid attacks from saber-toothed tigers or whatever. Worrying also helped them to create a plan if they did get attacked by those saber-toothed tigers. Their very survival depended on it. And of course, those from the evolutionary point of view who didn't worry, they were the ones that were leading the pack in the hunt. They got gobbled up by the saber-toothed tigers. Us worriers were left over. And that's why we still have worry within our species and within our community. But today it's different. We don't need to run away from a saber-toothed tiger, but we're left with an evolutionary imprint that protects us, and it's called worry. Worry is a special protection that helps us survive real and perceived threats. But sometimes our primitive system sets off a false worry, and it causes us to worry too much. But it is possible to keep worry in check with some simple self-soothing techniques. And I want to explore these later with you. And they are the very same tips that you can use for stress and anger. So we'll cover a lot of bases together.